I strapped my old Bodyweight to my back and did 100 squats with it. Fasted. 28 kilos. That's what I used to carry around every single day without choosing to. Every flight of stairs, every walk to the car. I half expected the fast to have quietly taken the muscle that would let me do that. I've been tracking every rep, every fast, every number since Boxing Day 23. Today, I'm showing you exactly what happened when I put "Does fasting eat your muscle?" to a test that I could actually feel, not just read about. The rucksack session itself, day 10, 28 kilos, 100 reps, fasted the whole way through. What happened 3 months later doing it again at 25 kilos, still fasted to check it wasn't a fluke. Why protect your muscle advice and you'll waste away fasting advice can't both be right, and which one my own body backed up. 28 kilos, 4.5 stone, the exact amount I've lost since Boxing Day 23. What I hadn't tested, properly tested, not just assumed, was whether I could still move that weight easily. Day 10 of the rhythm reset, 31st of October, I found out. Turns out someone's actually run this properly, not just theorised about it. Christopher Cohns and his team, Norwegian School of Sports Science, proper exercise physiologists, not internet guru types, did 7 days, water only, and tracked leg strength the whole way through. Maximal leg strength completely preserved, even though the group had lost 4.6 kilos of lean mass by day 7. Which sounds like it shouldn't add up. If you're not eating and you're losing mass, why does strength hang on? Turns out your body isn't sentimental about muscle. It's still running roughly the same calculation that it's run for a couple of 100,000 years. Is this tissue earning its keep? Muscle's expensive, burns calories just sitting there, even while you're asleep. So if nothing's asking anything of it, the instruction changes, not keep this for later, more like strip it for parts. We need the budget elsewhere. Brad Sconenfield, proper muscle scientist, Lehman College, describes this as the body's core survival logic. It only maintains what it thinks it's going to need again. Which means the 100 squats with the rucksack weren't a stunt for the camera. They were an instruction. Every rep was me telling my own body, we're still using this. Don't you dare recycle it. There's a study that goes further than preserved. Van Proyen and his team, Journal of Physiology, 2010, training fasted, they found actually increases the body's capacity to deposit protein into the muscle. Not just hang on to what's there, but build. This isn't just a fasting thing or an over 50 thing or a men's thing either. Whatever your starting point, the mechanism's the same. Use it, your body keeps it. Ignore it, it doesn't. Which matters whether you've been doing this for years or you're 40-something and just starting to ask the muscle mass v the body fat men's health check question for the first time. Now, a common misconception, because there's a myth doing the rounds that needed sorting before I trusted my own results. You can't build muscle while fasting. Heard it 100 times. Here's the thing though, building muscle is like building a house. You need bricks, that's protein. You need builders, that's the training stimulus. You need time, that's recovery. The myth says the builders need feeding every 3 hours or the down tools. Reality, builders work a shift. Your eating window, then go home. They don't need feeding overnight. As long as they get enough bricks during that shift and you give them work to do, the house gets built. Meal frequencies are relevant. Total protein plus consistent stimulus is what matters. Not everything holds up the same way, mind. This isn't a free pass to fast and go chase a sprint. PB, a Polish research team, found VO2 max, your aerobic capacity, dropped noticeably over an 8-day water fast. Strength and your aerobic engine aren't the same system and they don't respond the same way to fasting. What I tested was strength. Don't confuse that with every kind of performance. It's completely unaffected. It isn't. And honesty matters more than a tidy narrative here. There is a genuine cost, actually just not the one people assume. Building muscle back up after real training always starts with a bit of breakdown first. Think of it like ripping out an old kitchen before the new one goes in. You can't fit the granite worktops over the old MDF units. The tatty stuff has to come out first. That demolition phase, the soreness, the temporary weakness. It's not damage, it's the prerequisite for the upgrade. Skip it and you keep the old kitchen. Wanted to test whether metabolic flexibility around muscles was theory or something I could actually feel. Cohn's team tracked strength in a lab. I tracked it with a rucksack and a diary. 15th September 2025, 25 kilos, 100 squats, deep into a fast. Wasn't even close to failing that one, which surprised me. if I'm honest, because I half expect to be crawling. 6.5 weeks later, not 3 months, near enough 7 weeks, 31st of October, day 10 of the rhythm reset, 28 kilos this time, the exact weight that I've lost. 100 squats again, fasted the whole way through, no problems. To be fair, I now use this as part of my weekly exercise, and I do 200 squats twice a week, every week. I'd been telling myself for years, you need protein every few hours, or the muscle breakdown starts. Turns out that's backwards. Protein timing matters far less than protein adequacy over time. During proper fast, your body's running autophagy, cellular recycling, and it preferentially breaks down the old, damaged, or frankly useless proteins first, while protecting the functional stuff. The every 3 hours instruction is for building muscle, not for keeping what you've already got. I'll be straight about it. After my 21-day fast last summer, day 1 back on, sit-ups, I couldn't do a single rep. Body just wouldn't respond. Panicked a bit. Did the fast wreck me after all? Day 2, no problem. Nothing had changed overnight except the neural pathways reconnecting. Muscle was preserved. Doesn't mean instant coordination. Give it 24, 48 hours before you judge anything. Resting heart rate dropped to 58 as all of this had gone on. Not the point of today's video, but it sat there in the data alongside everything else. The body was adapting in more than one direction at once. I'm 53. I was on 6 medications. I'm now on none. I didn't read about this and decide to make videos. I did it, tracked it, got the blood test to prove it, and then made the videos. If you'd rather follow someone with receipts rather than someone with opinions, subscribe. New videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. If I was starting this from scratch, the thing I'd have done earlier is stop treating exercise while fasting as one single decision. It isn't. There's a difference between a gentle movement on any fast and loading a rucksack and doing 100 squats. I found that out the hard way on an earlier fast. Pushed a hard session on day 4 of a 100-hour fast and it backfired. Hunger spiked, went cold, tired, brain a bit foggy. Match your effort to your energy. Gentle stuff, walking, mobility, most days of a fast. Save the loaded weighted work for when you've got the fuel reserves and the fasting experience to back it up. If you're wondering about the men's health, build muscle over 50 question specifically, start simple, 2 to 3 sessions a week. Body weight is genuinely fine to begin with. Hit a reasonable protein target inside your eating window, roughly 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Pick one fixed load or body weight benchmark, squats, press-ups, whatever you've got access to, and retest it every 4 to 6 weeks, not daily. The trend over weeks tells you something. A single session tells you nothing. If you're on any medication affecting heart rate, blood pressure or blood sugar, or you've got joint issues, speak to your GP before adding load training to a fasting pattern. Build up your fasting experience and your training bases separately before combining them. Want to test your own strength during a fast? The way I did, start by picking one benchmark movement and one fixed load and retest it in 6 weeks. The full details and links in the description. And this is educational content only. It's not medical advice. Please speak to your GP before changing your fasting pattern, diet or medication, especially if you're on diabetes or blood pressure meds.